Welcome to Trust Show, where facts matter, evidence speaks, and justice takes center stage.
The defendant came into my home on the day of the repast for my husband, her brother James. He passed away. The day of the repast, she came into my home, went up into the bedroom, into my closet, and stole a valuable piece of property that was owned by my husband. And since it was his, it was part of his estate. And it was my intention to help settle his debts that he left behind to sell the item. I've already had it appraised, and for whatever reason, she came into my home and just stole it.
This is your brother's funeral.
Yes, ma'am.
You are in your brother's home?
Yes.
You go into their home at the repast, you go upstairs, and you go into a closet?
Your Honor.
And you take, I'm assuming this is what you took.
This is the Sentinel horn. This has been in my family for a very long time. It was gifted to myself and my brother by our late father. And as a part of my deceased father's wishes, because it is in the will, this horn was left to both me and my brother. And we had the understanding that the items that he wanted to keep in his home to show, no problem. We weren't divided about this item. My brother and I had no problems until this woman came along.
This is just hearsay.
Until this woman came along.
I have the will. What do you mean, hearsay?
Your brother,
As the executor of the will, which I have a copy for you, Your Honor, if you would like.
He has had it in his possession the entire time. I mean, we've been married.
How long is this? How long has this been?
Well, he and I have
your
been
father
married.
died.
Yes.
You're saying that you have the will. I do want to see the will.
Yes.
And that your father left in the will.
Yes.
This instrument.
This instrument, as well as some other memorabilia that was to be divided equally between me and my brother. If one of us wanted to sell it or anything like that, we had to either buy out the other person or we had to agree upon it. My father made his wishes very clear. Additionally, I hold the certificate of authenticity. Why? Because I held all of my father's papers. My brother and I were not in dispute. My brother held the physical item. I held the document.
You came into my house and you stole it.
I didn't steal anything. I'm a Christian woman, and I do not steal, and I resent that remark, ma'am. I have nothing to say.
Stop!
I'm a Christian woman, and I do not steal, and I resent that remark, ma'am. I have nothing to say.
Stop! But you did go into her house and take it out. Did you ask permission?
She
did you
did
say,
not.
listen, you know?
She did not.
Your Honor,
she did not even have permission to be upstairs.
I had to find out from a friend of the family that they saw this beloved family heirloom on eBay for sale. She did not have the courtesy to ask me anything. She didn't even have the courtesy to let me know.
I could probably get about $3,000 for it if I had it appraised. So I did have it appraised about a year or so ago. And sure enough, it's worth actually more than that. If I wanted to sell it on eBay, you would not have found it on there for $3,000.
Your Honor.
But I did have it appraised, and it was appraised at a value of $3,000.
Your Honor,
well,
to answer your
one at a time. One at a time. All right, so you're telling me that because of the will, that this item was left to you and your brother.
That is correct,
and that he had physical possession.
And I have the certificate of authority, which no one can sell without it.
Physical possession and ownership of it far before we were even married. And we were married 25 years. She never asked about it. She never even came by to even visit with him.
You shut me out. I had to find out again from a friend of the family that my brother was in intensive care.
That was a.
She
that
has
is not
tried
true.
to
That is
insert
the
herself
biggest
between
story. That
our
family relationship. Enough. Clearly, there's some bad blood between you all.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah.
So, if your father and your father-in-law had this will, right? And under the will, it was left to your husband and to the defendant, the sister-in-law. Yes. Right? And so why not take the will, not on the day of your brother's funeral, not during the repast when you sneak upstairs and take it out of the closet. Why not, when things are over, why not go and say to your sister-in-law, now listen, my father left this to me, and he left this to my brother, and I would appreciate having it back. Why not do that? Why go, particularly on the day of his funeral, why go into her house and take this out of the closet? Why not just explain what happened and that you would like to have it back?
Your Honor, I would have loved to have been able to do exactly what you said. However, it was an emergency situation. She makes it seem like I snuck into the house the day of my brother's repast.
Yeah, you did. You did. Well, you may have come in through the front door, but you snuck upstairs to the closet.
There was no sneaking. There was no sneaking.
Okay.
No.
I did not give you permission to go upstairs, period.
Did you give other people permission to go upstairs to use the
And they
bathroom?
were not up there.
There was no permission.
bathroom.
That
It's a bathroom.
was-
I'm not
downstairs.
talking about permission. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Your Honor.
Don't try to be cute about this. You went into the house, you went up without her knowledge, and you went in the closet and you took it.
I didn't go into that home with the purpose of retrieving the flugelhorn at that
didn't?
time.
Oh, okay.
I went to pay respects to my brother, and it was at that time that I found out from a neighbor that this thing was on eBay. And I said, hold up now. And she showed me on her phone, and I said, I got to get this out of here right now. I'll call her after when things are cool. But I didn't feel like I could leave it there because clearly she was just trying to sell all of his stuff right away. The
You have
man
any
hadn't been
proof?
gone
Do you
for
have
long.
any proof that was on eBay? You're going to take this lady's word.
I saw it on her phone. I didn't bring a copy of it with me because she took it down offline.
How do you know
So,
I posted that?
who else had the flugelhorn?
There are lots of flugelhorns out there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Was it posted on eBay?
No. I only had it appraised.
You are.
This is wrong. You shouldn't
You're-
have done it
you're full
this
of
way.
it.
You shouldn't. There was no justification for what you did when you went into the home.
Your
that day.
Honor, the property is part mine, as according to the will. So why would I have to ask permission for something that is partly mine? Why would I have to ask her permission like that? I just don't understand.
I was in
Well, let me make you
possession.
I got this.
Thank you.
Hush. The reason is there is a certain thing called decency. Your brother just died. It's the day of the funeral. You go into their home. You did not talk to her. You didn't even say, hey, listen, I'm concerned. Please don't sell it. This is partly mine. I don't care if you don't like her, which is unfortunate. But there's a certain thing called decency in this situation. And that's what I can't get you to understand. You're thinking because your father left it to you and your brother, that somehow you can go into your brother's home and just take it and remove it without talking to her about it beforehand. That was wrong. Now, legally, it belongs to, according to this will, it belongs to you and your brother. Your brother is no longer here, but as his surviving spouse, she's entitled to half of it. So you've got a choice here today. You can either return it, it can be sold, you can get your half, or you can pay for half. Now, what is it that you want to do?
I will pay for half, as that would be in accordance with my father's wishes.
I don't know that you're entitled to the full $3,000. Now that I've looked at this will, I think it was left jointly to your late husband and to your sister-in-law. But that means that as the surviving spouse, that part of this property is yours as well.
Okay.
You were absolutely wrong. You were absolutely wrong to have done what you did. You were absolutely wrong. But you are going to pay your sister-in-law half of this, which is $1,500, because that is the right thing to do. And I don't know if you have it in your soul or your being to apologize, but I hope that you would, because that too is the right thing to do. Are you prepared to do that today?
I'm sorry, Ashley. I know you were going through a tough time, and I wish I felt I could have talked to you, and I'm sorry that it came to this. I truly am.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. But I hope that you understand that there are things sometimes more valuable than an instrument. If there's nothing further, we'll stand adjourned.
The verdict may be delivered, but the conversation doesn't end here. Share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe to Trust Show, and join us for the next case. Until then, let justice be heard.